Hi, fourth grade math. Let's get started with lesson 56. We're on pages 101 to 102. This is going to be my last math lesson for you guys because Miss Jessica will be recording your next ones, which will be starting next week because tomorrow you have your evaluation, your review page, okay? Which, by the way, that is going to be the test 5, okay? That's in your packet. It says test 5, and it has Friday written where the date section is. So that's what you're going to be doing for your evaluation for tomorrow, okay? So work on that. It says Friday in the date section, test 5. Let me know if you can't find it, okay? And I'll send you a picture, but you should be able to find that in your packet. And I'm going to go ahead and change our day because it is not Wednesday. Today is Thursday. So let me fix that for you really quickly. All right. Now, today's lesson, we're continuing to talk about factors. So remember that factors are the numbers that multiplied together equal a certain number. Okay, so it's just the numbers you multiply together. And we're right now talking about just whole numbers, not fractions, just whole numbers. So nice and easy. All right, we are going to be starting by doing exercise 1 together. Now, they've already filled in some of the factors for you, but I didn't fill them in on the board. So for the ones that they filled in, just bear with me as I fill it in here on the board. And then you fill in the rest. So we're going to talk about common factors today. Common factors are the factors that two different numbers have that are the same. For example, let's start by factoring 8. Let's write out its pairs of factors. What are the pairs of factors for 8? Well, let's start with 1, always with 1. 1 times 8. That's what's already written on your paper. What else? Well, we just go up. Let's see if 2 is a factor. 2 times what would equal 8? 2 times 4, good. Okay, and that's the only space that they've given us, so we know that those are the only pairs of factors we could have. But if we wanted to keep going, if we didn't have blanks in front of us, the next number we would try would be 3. Is 3 a factor of 8? Does 3 times anything equal 8? No, so that's it. 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. All right, let's write out its factors. We just go down and up. 1, 2, 4, 8. Very good. Okay, let's do 12. We always start with 1 times the number itself. That's always the first pair of factors. Okay, but what else? Well, let's go to 2. 2 times what equals 12? 2 times 6, very good. Okay, now let's try 3. 3 times something equals 12? Yeah, 3 times 4. And we've run out of blanks, but also we would know that we're done with our factors because remember, you know that you're done when your factors are numbers that are right next to each other or they are the same. Then you know you've reached the end of your factoring. You don't have to try any more numbers. Okay, so now let's write out our factors going down and then up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So those are the factors, excuse me, for 8 up here and for 12 down here. Common factors are the factors that they both have, the factors they have in common. So those factors would be, well, let's take a look. For 8 and 12, they both have 1. So that's a common factor. They both have 2. That's a common factor. Do they both have 3? Nope, just 12 has 3. How about 4? Sure do, so that's a common factor. How about 8? Nope, just 8. How about 6? Nope, just 12. How about 12? Nope, just 12. So those three numbers are the common factors. And we'll put them in the blanks. 1, 2, and 4. Okay, let's try, oops, there you go, now you can see it. You can fill that in on your paper. All right, let's go on to letter B. 4, 6, and 8. Let's find their common factors. We're going to start by writing them out as pairs of factors. So our first pair of factors for the number 4 would be 1 times 4. Very good. Okay, now let's go to 2. Is 2 a factor of 4? Yes, it is. 2 times 2. Good. And we're done. Moving on to 6. We'll start with 1 times 6. Again, that's already filled in on your paper. Okay, let's try 2. Is 2 a factor of 6? Yeah, it is. 2 times 3. And we're done there. How about 8? Well, we start with 1 times 8. Is 2 a factor of 8? Yes, 2 times 4 equals 8. All right, now let's write out our our factors. So starting with 4, it's 1, 2. Now we have 2 again, but we don't need to repeat it. We just write it the one time. And 4. For 6, we have 1, 2, 3, and 6. For 8, we have 1, 2, 4, and 8. Now that we have our factors listed out, we can very quickly see and find our common factors. So let's start with 1 as a common factor. All of my numbers have 1. How about 2? Yeah, they all have the number 2. How about 4? Well, 4 has 4 and 8 has 4, but 6 doesn't, so it's not common. 3 is only in 6, so it's also not a common factor. 6 is only in 6, and 8 is only in 8. So just remember, even though 4 is in 2 of the numbers, it's not in all of the numbers, so it's not a common factor. So my only common factors are 1 and 2. All right, look at number 2 on page 101. It says, write any 2 factors for each. So look at each number. You can write any 2 factors that are there. But listen, I'm going to make one little exception to the directions. I don't want you to use the number 1 and the number itself. It has to be another pair of factors. So for example, for 24, don't put 1 in 24, okay? That's easy. You need to think of another factor, okay? And they have to be 2 different factors. So for 9, you can't put 3 and 3, okay? So for 9, 9 is the only one where you could use 1 or the number itself, okay? Everything else, you're gonna be able to find 2 different factors. Okay, let's look at page 102. So page 102 is gonna be pretty easy. Most of it is, excuse me, just review. So exercise 3 says divide and check. So make sure that you divide carefully each number. Remember to check. You multiply your answer times your divisor. So your answer, the part that is on top, times your divisor, the part that's right next to the number you're dividing. Number 4, you're gonna follow the signs, add, subtract, multiply. Be careful with your fractions. Remember, you add or subtract the numerators and keep the denominators the same. With number 5, you're going to average. What are the 2 steps to averaging? Add, then divide. That's it. Add and divide. So let's do letter B together. You'll have to do A and C on your own, but we're gonna do B together. So you have $3.08, $4.02, and $3.52. So to average, my steps are to first add it up and then divide. So I'm going to add, let's start with this column. 8 plus 2 is? 10 plus 2 is? 12. 1 plus 0 is? 1 plus 0 is 1. Plus 5 is? 6. 3 plus 4 is? 7. Plus 3 is? 10. Put my decimal point, can't forget that. $10.62. Now I do my division step. So I'm going to divide $10.62 by, I have 1, 2, 3 numbers that I added, so I divide it by 3. You always divide it by the number of numbers you're adding. Since it's money, I'm going to go ahead and put my dollar sign and decimal point on top right away so I don't forget them. So now I'm going to divide. Can I divide 1 by 3? Nope, too small. I've got to move back to 10. What is 10 divided by 3? 3, very good. And 3 times 3 is? 9. 10 minus 9 is? 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, it is. So I can go ahead and bring down my 6. 16 divided by 3, how many times? 5, very good. 5 times 3 is? 15. 16 minus 15 is? 1. Bring down my 2. Because 1 is less than 3. 12 divided by 3? 4, good job. 4 times 3 is? 12. 12 minus 12 is? 0. So my average is $3.54. So you'll do A and B, A and C just like that. Add first, then divide. In A, you're going to divide by 5 because you're adding 5 numbers. In C, you're adding 4 numbers, so what will you divide by? All right, number 6, you're going to solve the measurement equations. Those are very easy. Don't forget, you're going to convert to months in letter A because your answer is in months. And in letter B, you're going to convert to days because your answer is in days. For the homework section is number 7, exercise 7, says write true or false by each. So tell me if those measures are true or false. Let's just look at B and E together. B, 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. Is that true or is that false? It's true. Remember, kilo and meters. Kilo is 1,000, so it's 1,000 meters. And letter E, 1 meter equals 10 hectometers. That would mean that there's 10 hectometers inside of a meter. Is that true? No, because hectometers are bigger than meters. There's 100 meters in a hectometer. So that one is false. And A, C, D, and F, you guys can do on your own. Number 8 says write the factors for these numbers. You can use the factoring chart if you want, but I don't think you need it. So letter A, you need to write out the factors for 9, 10, the factors for 10, C, the factors for 3, D for 15, E for 7, and F for 6. Let's just do letter A together. What are the factors of 9? Oops. 1, 2, 3. Wow. 3 blanks are what are given. Okay. Well, we know we can start with 1 because it's 1 times what? 9. And then what's our other factor? What's our other pair of factors? 3 times 3, right? And we only need the 3 from it. So it's 1, 3, and 9. There you go. That's all you got to do. All right. It has been a privilege to teach you. I hope that I didn't confuse you too much while you're waiting for Miss Jessica. I know that you're very, very excited to have her back teaching you again. So I hope that you guys enjoy your day. Have a wonderful day, guys.